In this activity, we use the motion detector to investigate how two different objects fall. Our two objects in this lab are going to be the coffee filter and a textbook. If we were to drop these in a vacuum, they'd actually fall at exactly the same rate. But because of the effects of air resistance, they're going to fall differently, and we're going to look to see if we can find terminal velocity. So what I'm going to do is set my motion detector over here, and I'm going to go ahead and connect it into the LabQuest, and then the software automatically sees that the motion detector is connected and gets ready to collect data. So now I just hold the coffee filter in front of the motion detector, and I want to make sure that when I drop it that it's going to fall straight down so the motion detector sees it through the entire fall. So once I'm ready, I reach over and I hit collect, and then as soon as the motion detector starts ticking, I go ahead and drop it. So now that I've got my first object graphed, I'm going to go ahead and store this first run, and I do that by just tapping on the file cabinet icon, and that's going to store that run. So now that we have the first run stored, we're going to go ahead and drop our second object, which in this case is a textbook. And I've done a couple things to make sure we get clean data with a textbook. I've got it taped shut so that when it hits the floor, it doesn't bounce open. And then I'm also going to drop it onto a towel so that it doesn't bounce as high. And that's mostly just to get a nice clean trace for the motion detector data. So I go ahead and hold this about 15 centimeters in front of the motion detector. I'll reach over and hit collect, and then I go ahead and drop. So now that I have my second run collected, I want to see the first run and the second run at the same time on the same graphs. So what I do is I just tap where the words run 2 are shown, and I have this option to select either run 1, run 2, or all runs. So I select all runs, and there you see the overlay of both the first and the second run on the same graphs at the same time.